And we are live.
Okay. All right. Well,
I lost Chris.
am I back?
You're
Now you
back.
are.
Okay, I got kicked off somewhere. I couldn't get back in. Okay.
Okay.
Call the meeting to order and stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance
Of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Sorry about that. Okay. If I don't get kicked off again. All right. Roll call, please.
Okay. I just got knocked off.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Chris, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, I just figured I need a computer guy with me when I do these.
Did we lose Ralph?
Yeah, Ralph
I'm
got
out.
kicked off, I think. Oh, you're back.
Desktops, I finally figured out how to get this far, but I had no sound. I corrected that, but
And we lost Ralph.
Ralph's on mute again. The county's
Okay.
having.
Okay,
All
Ralph.
right, we're back. Okay. Commissioner Domenick excused. Commissioner Chermak,
Yes.
Mrs. Sacco,
Here.
Mrs. Gatto, Mayor Chelik,
Here,
Mr. Tobin,
present.
and Mr. Patel.
Here.
All right, thank you. Opportunity for the public to address the board.
Public had until 9 o'clock this morning to send anything in, and I haven't received anything.
Okay, all right. Okay, next is reading and approval of the minutes. I'm sure everybody had a chance to look at them. Is there a motion to approve our minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes.
In a
A
second?
second.
Okay, on the question, all in favor? Aye.
Hi.
Aye.
Presentation of vouchers.
Okay, since we didn't have a meeting last month, there's a few more than usual here. The Lackawanna County Recorder of Deeds for $244.50. Jefferson Township, we got a reimbursement back from the tax claim office on the property that we acquired at the judicial sale. So we refunded them $239.14. Attorney Kolbasani for $1,500 for 9/15 to 10/15. 14,000 to NeighborWorks for the Carbondale Beautiful Blacks program. And again, for Attorney Kolbasani from legal services from 10/15 to 11/15.
Okay. All right, we have to approve those. So do I have a motion to approve the vouchers?
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
on the question, all in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. Bid openings, do we have anything?
No, we do not have any bid openings for this meeting.
Okay. All right, then we're up to discussion items. So what do you have there?
Okay, we have the land bank disposition update as of today. To date, the land bank, I know I have 255 properties, but just this morning I recorded 2 additional deeds. So we're up to 257 properties countywide. Just going through them again, West Scranton has the largest number of properties conveyed, 67, South Scranton, 43, North Scranton, 40, Green Ridge, 20, East Scranton, 9. We've conveyed 3 properties to the city. United Neighborhood Corporation, 2 properties. The Scranton Lackawanna Resource Development Corporation, 5. Ronald McDonald House, 1. Covington Township, that's now at 39 properties. That were the 2 properties that I recorded this morning. Carbondale City, 15. Vandling, 1. Fell, 1. Troop, 1. Scott Township, 3 with 1 pending. Thornhurst, 3 properties. Jefferson Township, 1, and Dunmore, 2 properties. We haven't really had any new interest lately in the land bank, and we currently have 9 school districts and 15 municipalities.
Okay. All right. So your blight task force update.
Okay. Jesse texted me. I don't think he had anything.
I'm on, Ralph.
Oh, you're here? All right.
Yeah, I made it. Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
Only 2 quick things to report. One was the fact that the land bank was well represented last week at the Homes Within Reach conference in Hershey. So I don't know if you already mentioned that, Ralph.
No, I haven't. You want to?
Yeah, so we were able to participate in a panel discussion on the value of the land bank and how it interacts with organizations such as ours doing housing and community development work. And great, well-attended session. Brenda was there participating, and Ralph was on the panel as well. So a lot of good conversations came out of that, and good visibility for the county's land bank, and just another indicator that we are a leader across the Commonwealth in the work that's happening here in the county when it comes to using the land bank as a tool to address blight and another community needs, get properties back on the tax roll. So great session and great opportunity to share all the good things happening. The second is we shared this with the advisory committee earlier, that in the spring, we're looking at holding some additional sessions with municipalities, zoning officers, and others, like we did when we put together the blight plan back prior to the pandemic. And we're going to be hosting some sessions on issues like municipal planning, hopefully on topics of blight, finding resources to address those types of challenges that the local municipalities have, and partnering with the land bank. So those are all things that we're going to be trying to pull together for probably the late March, April timeframe as we move forward. So that is all that we have to report. Thanks.
Good, thank you. All right, our 2023 meeting schedule.
Does the board still want to continue to meet on the second Wednesday of the month at 11 o'clock? It's up to the board to decide, and whether they want to meet in person or whether you still want to meet virtually.
Well, I'm good with our schedule, and the Zoom works for me.
Commissioner, just on that note, Ralph provided me with this information. He's like a paralegal. On November 3rd, 2022, Governor Wolf signed into law an amendment to the Land Bank Act, Title 68. Amongst other things, it allows us to meet virtually into the future. It actually gives you if you read the act, it gives you flexibility. You could meet in person, you could meet virtually, or a combination thereof to reach a quorum. but in the preamble of the act, they recognized that the pandemic taught us, as you know, it's changed the landscape with how we do things. Even the courts are using Zoom a lot now.
Yeah.
The only thing the courts don't seem to use Zoom or telephone conferences for are jury trials. Other than that, many of our normal court proceedings are being done by Zoom or remotely.
Yeah, actually, it was Polycom. So that was one of the things that the commissioners and the courts invested in
Right.
with some of our CARES money. So absolutely, it seems to work and it's efficient and saves some money as well.
I mean, I'm not on the board, so it's up to you, the pleasure of the board. But I personally, I prefer, it's a lot easier working from my office, and not that I don't want to see you guys in person, but it's, I know some of you are already at the county building, so it's not a big inconvenience, but we don't have to fight the weather. We don't have to fight parking. You know, so and the law allows us to do it virtually. So that's my point.
As long as we're legal, which we are, and it's definitely more convenient, but I'm good with whatever everybody would like to do.
I'm good with continuing the way that we're doing it via Zoom. And if we choose, we may want to do maybe one meeting in person or two meetings, but I think Zoom works for everybody and the time works for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
We need to vote on this, or?
Yeah, just to make it formal.
Okay, well then I will make the motion that we keep things on second Wednesday. Is that what we're doing? Second Wednesday at 11? And our main source will be the Zoom feature. So I will make that motion.
I'll second.
On the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're good. Thank you. Our 22 year-end audit.
Okay. Again, you know, it'll be coming up sometime in January. The finance department will be asking for us to give them some preliminary information on moving forward with the land bank audit. Past several years, we've been with Joe Alou and Associates, and this last audit cost us $1,150. I haven't really reached out to Joe this year yet, but you know, I plan on it. So, and I'm just asking for the board's input if you want to more or less get a price off Joe and see what it is, and then the board can more or less give me via email, let me know if they agree or disagree with Joe's price this year. I mean, our audits have to be submitted to DCED, and we've had no problems with them reviewing our audit in the past. So,
okay.
I'm
good with Joe, and I'm sure he's more than fair. If you want to get a price up front, that's fine, but I'm still good with Alou.
Okay.
I'm good with Joe as well.
And I will
vote in favor of Alou and Associates as well.
Same.
All right, I'm good. If you can get a price up front, let us all know, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Right. Okay. I will send that email out as soon as I get something from them. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Advisory committee.
Okay. This month we had applications on 3 Scranton properties. The first one is at 802 South Irving Avenue, and we received a property purchase application from Elizabeth Gravener of 731 South Irving. Now she resides catty corners from this repository property. She has spoken with Don King. I believe she wants to put maybe some kind of a garage with an apartment over it, but no matter what, she does want to buy this property and at least keep it up to, because it's part of her neighborhood and she wants to keep it clean, and hopefully she would get approval to put a garage with an apartment over it. She did submit an offer of $500 for that property. Anyone have any questions on that? Okay.
Ralph, just a little history on that property. I know the families that used to own that. There was a beautiful house on there at one time, and I knew all the people that were involved. They had a fire there, if you remember.
Okay.
It was a mess for a while, but I guess now it's basically a vacant lot.
Right.
So it'd probably be good if somebody would take some interest in it. Although they're asking to do a detached garage, but there's going to be an apartment. So we don't have any control over the zoning, but they understand you got to get approval.
She does understand.
Do you know if they're going to seek approval before we approve it, or
well, she said no. She said no matter what, she wants the property because it's in her neighborhood and she wants to clean it up.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, you have to vote. The board has to vote on it, but I just want to let you know I'm familiar with a little bit of the history of that property.
Okay.
Okay, do we need to vote on that now, or?
No, that'll be part of our resolutions.
Okay.
Okay. The next one is at 1371, 1373 Caphouse Avenue. They received an application for United Neighborhood Community Development Corporation. This property has been vacant for I don't know how long. It's at the corner of Caphouse Avenue and New York Street. They want to develop that property as part of a pocket park. It'll be part of the Pine Brook Revitalization Project, and that's where their project begins, right at New York Street and Caphouse Avenue. So cleaning up that property will be their first priority, and then maybe doing some benches and just keeping it as green space and part of the neighborhood. Okay. Anybody have any problems on any questions on that property?
Nope.
Okay. The next one is at 717 South Webster Avenue. This is a 20 by 145 foot lot, and I guess there was a house on there at one time, but the next door neighbor, Jose Antonio Galdamez Cortez, would like to buy that property and just add to his property right now and keep it up and keep it as green space. Submit an offer of $150 for that property. Any questions on that?
Ralph,
Yes.
it does appear the other house that borders that has some kind of a porch or a driveway or a patio, maybe.
It might be.
It's
Yeah.
like sidewalks, Mayor. It's like the
Sidewalks?
sidewalks of that home are on the property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem in the future, Yeah. Okay. The next one, I did send an email out notifying everyone about this property where Mr. and Mrs. Hudak, they bought this property, this little 10-foot piece of property, because they probably thought that they had owned it previous, but it was in the repository and they added that to that property. But now they want to sell their property at 23 Canaan Street in Carbondale. And in the sale, they wanted to include this piece, and it just seems logical that they would. So I know they are requesting permission of the board, and I think the board already more or less said that they were in favor of it, but that will be part of the resolutions on today's meeting.
Okay.
Okay. And also, we reviewed all these with the advisory committee, and they were all in agreement with the acquisitions and conveyances of these properties. Right, Jess? He's still there.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So we're on to new business, resolution number 22-036.
Do you want me to go over these, Commissioner?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this would be a resolution approving the acquisition of properties from the Lackawanna County's Tax Claim Bureau of Unsold Property. And these were the three properties that I had just reviewed: 802 South Irving Avenue in Scranton, 1371, 1373 Caphouse Avenue in Scranton, and 717 South Webster Avenue in Scranton. And these were the properties that we will be requesting acquisition from the tax claim office.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
I'll second.
Okay, on the question? All in favor?
Hang
Go
on.
ahead, go ahead.
For the 802 South Irving and the Caphouse Avenue property, they're currently in the repository.
Yeah, and so is South Webster too. Yep.
Okay. When you, oh, I'm sorry. You're right. There are three. I'm looking at the wrong one. Old 36 acquires the three, right?
Right.
And then old 37 conveys two, and old 38 conveys
One.
one. Okay, I'm sorry, Ralph. I was getting a little confused. I want to make sure we get in order. That's all.
Okay. Patrick, did you have some question?
I did not know.
Oh, okay. All right. Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, resolution number 22-037.
Okay, again, now this will be the resolution authorizing the conveyance of certain land bank property under the Land Bank Property Purchase Program. And this would be the property at 802 South Irving Avenue, Scranton, to Elizabeth Gravener for $500, and 1371, 1373 Caphouse Avenue to United Neighborhood Community Development Corporation for $150. And, you know, we convey them for $150 because they are a nonprofit organization, and that's what that's what we have been doing in the past. So those are the two properties under the property purchase program.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
Motion.
I'll second.
Second, on the question? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 22-038.
Okay, this is the resolution authorizing the conveyance of a certain land bank owned property under the Land Bank Side Lot Program. And this would be the property at 717 South Webster Avenue, Scranton, to Jose Antonio Galdamez Cortez in a side lot for $150.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll motion.
In a second,
I'll second.
on the question, all in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. Resolution number 22-039.
Okay, again, this is the one we spoke about and everyone received an email on regarding selling that 10-foot property. Allowing the Mr. and Mrs. Hudak to sell their property at 23 Canaan Street and include that property with it. Okay.
All right, well, I mean, I will make a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second.
On the question? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Any other comments from the public?
No, they had until 9 o'clock this morning and I did not receive anything.
All right. Any other questions or comments or concerns from any board members? No? Well, I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and a safe holiday season.
Yep.
Same to you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. And motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
On the question, all in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you.
All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.
Yep.